If I cough during this video, I promise it's not because I have coronavirus. It's there's other sicknesses out there, okay? What's up? I'm Trent Windsor, and we're here in search of the perfect shuffle. It's time for another segment of Clearing Out the Archives, where I shuffle my music, and whichever album pops up, that is the album I review song by song. If a song is more than 50% skippable, if I would skip it more than half the time, I say just get rid of it, not worth your time. If a song is less than 50% skippable, if I would listen to it more than half the time, I'd say it's a worthy addition to your perfect shuffle. Last time we shuffled our music and the album that popped up was 13 Songs by Fugazi. Fugazi is a post-punk, post-hardcore band led by Ian MacKaye, formerly of Minor Threat. Fugazi is actually an acronym which stands for F'd Up, Got Ambushed, Zipped In, as in zipped into a body bag. So hopefully that tells you a little bit about how honest and brutal their music really is. Fugazi is a special kind of band, definitely a once-in-a-lifetime group, and I'll link below a video by Trash Theory that I just watched that really explains it very well. The album 13 Songs was their first full-length album, but it's actually just a compilation of their first two EPs, the Fugazi EP and the Margin Walker EP. So what is it about these two EPs, about these 13 songs, that really launched Fugazi into the status of legendary? Let's find out as I review this album song by song. Song number 1 is called Waiting Room, and this is definitely their most famous, most popular song of all time. One of the most famous parts of this song is this pregnant pause just at the very beginning. Before they even sing any words, there's a break in the music. As I was researching for this review and going through some things online, I found some footage of a live performance of Fugazi playing this song, and you can see everybody in the crowd just hanging on the edge of their seats that they're not sitting in this video. And I think that's what Fugazi does really well throughout this entire album, is they get you into a groove, they get you into a vibe, and through that feeling, through that groove, they really keep your attention and keep you focused. Right away we can tell the difference between the music of Fugazi and the music of Minor Threat, where Minor Threat was thrashing and just headbanging and full throttle. Fugazi and this song Waiting Room is very paced out, very methodical, and very intentional. Ian just has an amazing voice for punk. It's kind of deep, really cool. I really love how unique it is. For a song that's about a guy who's patient, this definitely fits the bill. The pacing is incredible, and you really have to stick with it and be patient for the payoff. Especially with all the starts and stops, there's not enough good things I could really say about this song. I'd say it's 15% skippable. Song number 2 is called Bulldog Front, as opposed to Bulldog Butt. The very melodic guitar parts balance the amelodic vocals that almost seem like a punk version of Bob Dylan at times. It's somewhat repetitive, but it does still feel pretty righteous. You get some of that indignation that you would expect and hope for from a band as political and punk rock as Fugazi. I would say this song is 40% skippable. Song number 3 is called Bad Mouth. The first 2/3 actually seem pretty melodic to me, actually give me some Simple Plan vibe, very pop punk-esque. The entire song is just a huge build-up to that last third where they really let the rage go. Once again, it is measured, it is calculated and intentional, but they're not afraid to show their anger and indignation. Maybe it's because of how much I love bands like Minor Threat that really just let the energy loose the whole time, but I kind of wanted more of that back third of this song. I wanted more of that energy that I know they can give. I just want more rage, okay? I'm sick of everybody being so happy and just settled. I like this song a lot. I'd say it's 35% skippable. Song number 4 is called Burning. This song is another slow crescendo. I really love the groovy little bass line behind this whole song, and I really love how Fugazi really balances their instrumentation. It never feels like it's a singer's band or a guitarist band or a drummer's band or a bassist band. They all work together really seamlessly. I'd say this song is 40% skippable. Song number 5 is called Give Me the Cure. The lyrics in the first half and the second half are nearly identical, but I love how the first half really gives you a chance to hear every lyric, and then the second half delivers on the passion and the energy, and so you know what the lyrics are and why they have that energy in the first place. There's some really great guitar work on this one, and everything really just works together to get you in this groove, get you in this rhythm, and then they deliver on the passion. So I would say this one is 30% skippable. Song number 6 is called Suggestion. Speaking of which, if you like what I'm doing here, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment below. Let me know if you have a suggestion for an album I should review. Back to Fugazi. Suggestion is actually a feminist condemnation of creepy dudes. You can really feel the anger and indignation build throughout this song. Once again, it's great pacing. They do a great job of cycling between the rage and anger at those who treat women poorly, and the sadness of being a man and being lumped in with all of those guys who do those kinds of things. The passion in Ian's voice on this one is just amazing, and it really takes this song to the next level. At the end, it's really great. You feel like you're winding down, but then at the very last minute of the song, the very last second, he screams at the top of his lungs, "Guilty!" If you're guilty, then that's gonna really throw a shock through your system. It's good to know that this is a band that uses jump scares. Cool song, 30% skippable. Song number 7 is called Glue Man. I'd like to see that show in Las Vegas, the Glue Man group, and they all just stick to each other, maybe. This song is actually very one note. The guitar part is really stuck on that same note for a really long time, like literally one note. And the vocals, once again, are amelodic. The other thing about this song is that it really descends into chaos, which has not been the move for Fugazi up to this point. So I would say this one is 70% skippable. Song number 8 is called Margin Walker, and as you can probably tell, this would be the start of the Margin Walker EP. This song is incredibly manic. There's really dynamic and awesome bass line going through the whole thing. The vocals are just wild, and the guitar part feels like he's on the edge the whole time. Gratefully, this one's a little bit more melodic than the previous song, but it is definitely very passionate, very energetic, and it speeds up as the song progresses. It's a great start to what this EP would have been. I'd say this song is 20% skippable. Song number 9 is called And the Same. Once again, I'm just loving the bass work. It kind of is set up as a debate against a racist, I guess. It definitely puts you into a groove like some of these other songs have. I would say this one is 40% skippable. Song number 10 is called Burning 2, so that you're not confused with the first song on this album called Burning. This one has more of the politically charged lyrics. This time they're going in the environmental direction, like, hey, the earth is burning, let's cool it down. Does anyone have a giant fire extinguisher we could use? Or like a big bucket of water? The very dynamic and interesting pacing of this song actually puts you right into the groove, and once again just strings you along, drags you in, captures your attention. I would say this one is 35% skippable. Song number 11 is called Provisional. It's another pretty one note song. Honestly, it gets kind of boring for me. I'd say it's 70% skippable. Song number 12 is called Lockdown, which is incredibly relevant for the time that we live in. This one is actually a lot more unhinged than a lot of the other songs, but unfortunately I feel like that's its downfall. While there is a lot of energy, there doesn't seem to be a good direction for all of that energy to flow, and it just kind of bounces off the walls. So I'd say this one is 60% skippable. Song number 13, the final song, is called Promises, and we're back to that measured delivery of a song with a message with impeccable pacing. Just what Fugazi does absolutely best. You can tell this song is about a bad relationship with a lot of arguments and broken promises, and the sentiment of that is portrayed perfectly in the music. Everything works together to kind of portray that discord, the way that things just aren't lining up, the frustration. This is another song that I would say is 15% skippable. Mathematically, adding everything up, this album as a whole is 38% skippable. Fugazi's debut shows a fresh take on what punk rock really can be or can become. With a message to send and a very measured delivery, Fugazi provides all of the raw indignation of punk rock without any of the violence or sloppiness that usually comes along with it. The pacing is precise, the vocal deliveries are impassioned, and the grooves are undeniable. Alright, let's shuffle our music and see which album I'll be reviewing next. Alright, we're just going to go into our music library here, go to albums, and hit shuffle. Alright, looks like the next album I'll be reviewing is Malibu by Anderson .Paak. Like I said before, if you like what I'm doing here, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, turn on notifications, leave a comment below, let me know what you think about Fugazi and about 13 songs. All musical opinions are valid, and I'd love to hear yours. Let me know if there's an album you'd like to see me review. I do one request a month. Check the links below for the video by Trash Theory about Fugazi, for my playlist of the best of 2019, as well as my playlist of the best of 2020, which is being updated at all times. I'm Trent Windsor, and this is The Perfect Shuffle. But it sounds great. It worked out. Hope he got the thing out of his eye.